Hey friends, in today's video we're going to talk about the puffball mushroom, which is a big edible mushroom, and it's growing all over the place on our property right now. In fact, here behind me you can see what it looks like. So here on the grass, take a look at these puffball mushrooms. So these are right now about the size of a softball. This is a little bit bigger than a softball, and these are edible. In fact, we've harvested a couple of these recently, and I love the taste. It's a very mild taste. All right, let's go ahead and harvest one of these puffball mushrooms. Here is a puffball mushroom up close and personal. So you can see it has a smooth skin with kind of like these little craters on it. But one of the main ways to identify a puffball mushroom is when you open it up, it should be pure white, kind of like, looks like cream cheese almost. So let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so you can see it's starting to yellow. That happens when it starts getting old. So if you see any yellowing parts or green parts, then you're not supposed to eat it. You're supposed to eat it only if it's pure white. All right, it looks like this mushroom is just a little bit too far past. You can see there's some yellowing. It's not pure white. It looks kind of greenish, kind of yellowish, so we are not going to eat this. Let's go ahead and harvest another mushroom. All right, which puffball mushroom do we want to pick next? Ooh, this one looks good. Let's go ahead and pick it and see if it's gone bad yet or if it's still good. All right, let's go and take a look at the inside. So once we harvest the puffball mushroom, we want to go ahead and we want to remove all the dirt at the base of it and any discolored part of the mushroom. We want it to be pure white. So we're going to remove this. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, we're definitely not going to eat that. This mushroom is a little bit too old. Let's go ahead and check on the other side of it, see if there's any pure white. Ooh, there we go. So some of this is pure white. That's what it's supposed to look like. So this white part is edible, but all the yellow or green or brown parts are not. You can see it almost looks like the consistency of like tofu or like angel cake or whatever. And it really doesn't have a strong flavor at all. Here in the sun, you can see that part of it is pure white, and that is the edible part. The parts that are browning or yellow or green are not edible. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. You know, it really looks like cheese. Does not taste salty like cheese or oily. It just tastes like kind of like mush or like tofu. I really like it. So we've been eating this. We've ate it, I think, with fajitas and with quiche. It gets really soft when you cook it, and it also makes the flavor kind of come out when you cook it. So one important thing to keep in mind when you harvest a puffball mushroom is first, make sure it's a puffball mushroom. So, you know, the skin should look something like this. On the inside, you want it to look pure white. There is, I think it's called like the pigskin puffball mushroom, and it's black on the inside. That's poisonous, so you do not want to eat that. But if it's pure white, there aren't many poisonous lookalikes to my knowledge. That said, I'm not a mushroom expert, so make sure you do your research before you try any mushrooms. But these things have been growing on our property like crazy, and I absolutely love them. They grow to the size of about a softball, sometimes bigger. And you can cut them up into little pieces, eat them in a salad. You can mix them in with pasta. You can cook them. You can just eat them fresh. One thing that's important to know is that once you open them or once you pick them, you're supposed to treat this like you would raw meat. Like you're supposed to put it and chill it in the fridge immediately. So, you know, cut off all the yellow or green or brown spots. So you just have pure white left, and then put it in the fridge immediately. So if you don't harvest a puffball mushroom in time, it'll often start turning yellow and then brown, and eventually it will just kind of dry out and become this dust. I think that's called puffball mushroom because when these get all dried out and dusty, if you kick on them or step on them, they poof out a bunch of brown dust spores all over the place. It's actually pretty cool to see. So now let's talk about the nutritional value of a puffball mushroom. All right, so for about 100 grams of puffball mushroom, you get about 20 calories, 3.5 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber, about 1/3 of a gram of fat, and some iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, and vitamin C. And so these mushrooms are quite healthy and rich in nutrients. You can see how easy it is to peel the skin on a puffball mushroom. You don't want to eat the skin. You can just easily flake it off with your thumb like this and just kind of peel it back. Anyways, I just wanted to share some of the joys that we've been having in harvesting these puffball mushrooms. If you're harvesting puffball mushrooms, make sure it's a puffball mushroom. Make sure you don't eat any of the yellow or green parts. Remove the skin and refrigerate it immediately. But they are an awesome snack, and it's just free food growing all over our property right now. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.